My name is Alan Palmer, Director of Academic Orientation, and it is both an honor and a pleasure to welcome you to our last open house event of the year, which aims to shed light upon our bachelor's degrees taught 100% in English. Overall, we are a private international university whose main campus in Madrid is located 15 kilometers to the southwest of the city center within the town of Villaviciosa de Odón. Although please note, we do have another smaller, more boutique-style campus in Alcobendas, located in the north of Madrid. Studying at the Universidad Europea is not just a place where you will attend classes, participate in internships, research, and obtain your degree, but rather it is a platform for you to spring into the world with a more globalized, digitalized, and entrepreneurial mentality. We also foster a multicultural environment in which a considerable portion of our students is international. So, aside from explaining the curricula of the degrees offered in English, providing an overview of campus life and culture, detailing the admissions process, and answering your questions, I'm also aware that many of you will be departing your respective home countries and relocating to Spain to embark on this new chapter. As a foreigner myself, that is one thing that you and I will share in common. Having resided, studied, and worked in Spain for 7 years, I also look forward to talking about the reality of relocating to Spain and forming part of this amazing university community. We thoroughly hope you find this event both insightful and beneficial as you research the various options of which university do I choose. In the following short video, the rector of the Universidad Europea de Madrid, Dr. Elena Gazapo, will speak about our academic model.
Hola, mi nombre es Elena Gazapo, soy la rectora de la Universidad Europea de Madrid y quiero darte las gracias por estar con nosotros en nuestra jornada de puertas abiertas. Sabemos que estás en un momento muy importante de tu vida. Estás a punto de comenzar una nueva etapa. Un futuro que comienza en la elección de universidad, ya sea para cursar una titulación de grado o un ciclo formativo de grado superior. La Universidad Europea está formada por una red de instituciones presentes en Madrid, Valencia, Canarias, Oporto y Lisboa, que comparten una visión única, la visión One University. Con más de 25 años de trayectoria, 25.000 alumnos y más de 80.000 egresados, proporcionamos a nuestros estudiantes una educación integral, formando líderes y profesionales preparados para dar respuesta a las necesidades de un mundo global, para aportar valor en sus profesiones y contribuir al progreso social siempre desde un espíritu emprendedor y de compromiso ético. Nuestro compromiso con nuestros estudiantes se sustenta en un sólido modelo académico eminentemente práctico, que permite conocer la realidad profesional en un entorno global y multicultural donde más del 30% de los estudiantes son internacionales y con acuerdos de intercambios y prácticas en más de 70 países. En la Universidad Europea de Madrid contamos con una amplia oferta formativa en la gran mayoría de las áreas de conocimiento, con más de 200 grados, ciclos formativos de grado superior, posgrados y programas de la Escuela Universitaria Real Madrid Universidad Europea. Nuestra comunidad docente permanece en constante contacto con las profesiones para garantizar una formación a la vanguardia de las necesidades del mercado laboral, lo que se traduce en más de 6.000 acuerdos de colaboración con empresas y con elevadas tasas de empleabilidad cercanas al 90% y con rangos salariales un 40% por encima de la media de universidades privadas. Este contacto con las profesiones también se pone de manifiesto en nuestra oferta académica, en permanente actualización para responder a las necesidades profesionales en diferentes áreas como educación, ingeniería o comunicación, por nombrar algunas de ellas. Además, en los últimos meses ha quedado de manifiesto la importancia del cuidado de la salud como elemento clave para la sociedad. Por eso apoyamos el concepto One Health, una sola salud, una estrategia global que defiende que la salud humana y la salud animal son interdependientes y están vinculadas a los ecosistemas en los que coexisten. Lo concebimos y lo implementamos a través de una nueva propuesta formativa que incluye biomedicina, veterinaria y medio ambiente y sostenibilidad. En la Universidad Europea queremos acompañarte en tu viaje y lo hacemos a través de nuestro modelo académico de aprendizaje experiencial HighFlex, que tiene un enfoque eminentemente práctico que te permitirá adquirir los conocimientos, las competencias y valores adecuados para el desarrollo de tu futura profesión, así como afrontar los retos de la transformación social y digital. Un viaje de aprendizaje en el que contarás con las mejores instalaciones, equipo docente y tecnología para que aprendas haciendo, enfrentándote desde los primeros años de formación a situaciones simuladas y reales del día a día de las profesiones. Un modelo que te permitirá ganar horas de vuelo gracias a la última tecnología en laboratorios y entornos virtuales, contando siempre con la cercanía y la dedicación constante de tus profesores. ¿Quieres saber cómo es el día a día estudiando en la Universidad Europea? Tendrás a tu disposición un campus seguro, con magníficas instalaciones y laboratorios, como Industria 4.0, que cuenta con las principales tecnologías como Internet de las Cosas, ciberseguridad, sensores o Big Data, entre otros, para garantizar un aprendizaje basado en proyectos con el estado del arte de la cuarta revolución industrial. El Human Performance Research Lab, un espacio de última generación para el aprendizaje transdisciplinar sobre los beneficios y usos del ejercicio físico en la salud y en el rendimiento de las personas. O el hospital simulado, para que puedas practicar con las situaciones que viven los profesionales sanitarios, pero en un entorno seguro. El elevado número de profesores que siguen en ejercicio profesional, cuya enseñanza está directamente relacionada con su experiencia laboral, te garantizan una conexión con el mundo real desde el primer año. Además, contarás con aulas dotadas con la última tecnología y podrás hacer uso de diferentes herramientas digitales como entornos de simulación, gamificación, laboratorios virtuales y contenidos digitales de alto valor añadido. Todo ello accesible también fuera del horario de clase para maximizar tus horas de vuelo. Y todo esto en el entorno de nuestros campus seguros, en los que podrás participar en múltiples actividades y exprimir al máximo la vida universitaria. Toda nuestra comunidad universitaria te está esperando para acompañarte en este viaje donde la educación personalizada, el conocimiento humano y la tecnología más avanzada se dan la mano. Te dejo con los equipos de facultades y escuelas que te van a mostrar tu día a día desde las áreas de conocimiento.
Founded in 1989, 40% of our students are international and come from more than 125 countries worldwide, making us one of the most diverse universities in all of Spain. As a student at the Universidad Europea, you will be able to complement your training with internships and training placements in more than 40 countries. We have more than 25,000 students and 95,000 alumni between our 3 campuses in Madrid, Valencia, and Canarias, and 89% of those students secure employment within their first year of graduating. We know that employability is important to you, which is why we strive to bring you as close as possible to the professional world from day one. We have signed agreements and built enduring relationships with a multitude of companies and institutions worldwide where you as a student will get that practical experience working hand in hand with a reputable professional of your field, be that an architect, an aeronautical engineer, a psychologist, a dentist, a CEO. Overall, we are a university characterized and driven by our emphasis of learning by doing. That is, a large portion of our degree's curriculum are spent outside of the traditional classroom, within our on-campus laboratories, workshops, simulation zones, as well as in real-life professional settings, be it Airbus's factory, a physical therapy clinic, a hospital, or a multinational company. Students will also enjoy our Pioneer facilities, where they will carry out coursework in environments that recreate professional spaces with the highest precision. These spaces are accessible even outside of class hours, so that you can continue practicing and polishing your skills as much as you need. These environments allow you to learn in a safe way as a preliminary step to professional internships. Fortunately, we have more than 14,000 agreements with companies for you to carry out your curricular internships. In this learning methodology, you will have the unique opportunity to be guided by an expert faculty who are up to date with the latest technology, and it is also worth noting that 80% of our professors are active professionals within their fields, so you will always have a close link to the professional world. I would now like to proceed explaining our bachelor's degrees offered 100% in English within the 4 faculties within our campus here in Villaviciosa de Odon in Madrid. First, biomedical and health sciences, STEAM, social sciences and communication, and lastly, sports sciences. But first, please enjoy this short video that paints a picture of our faculty of biomedical and health sciences. With more than 5,500 students, graduated students since its creation, and 25% of international students, the Faculty of Biomedical and Health Sciences contributes to the development of each individual's potential to improve people's health and overall quality of life. As part of its facilities, the Universidad Europea has a simulated hospital that allows students to learn about clinical practices in a truly authentic setting. Of course, the simulated hospital possesses all the necessary spaces and technological devices, but in my opinion, the true differentiating aspect of this facility is the ability to work as a team with different health professionals. For example, it's quite common for psychology students to work collaboratively with our medical students, or our dentistry students to work hand in hand with students from our associate's degree in dental hygiene. That interprofessional aspect of health sciences is at the heart of our simulated hospital. Overall, the training model integrates knowledge, competencies, skills, and values through a methodology based on interprofessional training and the resolution of real-life cases through advanced simulation techniques. Of course, after gaining experiences within our simulated settings, the students then treat real patients at both the Polyclinic and the University Dental Clinic, 2 centers located in the heart of Madrid, which provide more than 94,000 consultations and perform more than 160,000 treatments per year. In this faculty, you can study the following bachelor's degrees 100% in English: The first I would like to point out is our bachelor's degree in dentistry, which is also proudly offered from our campus in Valencia. Students will learn with the latest technologies, such as the Smart Lab, in which they will employ unique virtual simulators, experiencing sensations almost identical to those they will feel with a real patient. From the very beginning, students will acquire the necessary skills and abilities for patient care in the dental offices located in our simulated hospital. Within our bachelor's degree in psychology, you will gain a deep understanding of human behavior to help improve our society. Our degree has a strong practical approach since from the third year, you will carry out internships in external centers and learn about clinical practice with real patients in institutions and psychology clinics. All in all, you will complete more than 600 hours of internships within our psychology degree, after which you will feel 100% comfortable and confident treating and diagnosing patients in a real-life setting. Having touched upon the two degrees which adhere to patient care, let's take a look at our bachelor's degrees in biomedicine and biotechnology. Biomedicine is a highly research-focused degree in which you will study the biological aspects of medical science with the aim of going beyond the borders of today's current medicine. Upon completing this degree, you will become a protagonist in scientific advances that will improve global health. Approximately 70% of all of the hours that you will dedicate to this degree throughout the 4 years are spent within our state-of-the-art laboratories. And areas of emphasis within biomedicine include curing cancer, studying vaccines and their secondary effects, Alzheimer's disease, and many, many more. Now, let's touch upon our bachelor's degree in biotechnology. While this degree is similar to biomedicine, it is slightly wider in scope, allowing students to gain experience in various fields outside of the purely biomedical world, and with a bit more of an entrepreneurial spirit and approach. You will learn about the pharmaceutical industry at large, as well as the latest technological advances in bioscience. Thanks to our innovative curriculum, you will acquire the skills needed to develop and improve the design of, for example, new drugs, food products, or the bioremediation of contaminated environments, among many others. Kindly note that this degree is also offered from our campus in Valencia. Now, that will conclude the degrees taught in English from our Faculty of Biomedical and Health Sciences. Now, please enjoy this short video that paints a picture of our Faculty of STEAM. We will now move on to the Faculty of STEAM. You may be wondering, what does STEAM stand for? Well, STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. The schools of engineering, architecture, and design at the Universidad Europea train top-notch professionals with an international and interprofessional approach through project-based learning and hands-on experience with leading companies within the sector. Fortunately, we provide our students with cutting-edge facilities such as our Digital Fabrication Laboratory, or Fab Lab, design-oriented classrooms, our mechanical workshops, the Hub Emprende Business Incubator, a materials workshop, a wind tunnel that can produce winds of up to 150 kilometers an hour, just to name a few. The Universidad Europea is the first private institution to achieve the NAAB International Certification from the United States of America. This certificate evaluates and recognizes international architecture programs of particularly high quality and standards equivalent to programs in the United States and Canada. We are also the only Spanish university validated by the Royal Institute of British Architects, the RIBA, since 2019. This is without doubt the most prestigious association of architects in the entire world. We also boast agreements with reputable international universities, such as the University of California, Irvine, as well as with prominent companies such as Airbus, Siemens, CESPA, Endesa, Indra, Repsol, Iberia, Altran, Bosch Security Systems, among others. Outside of the classroom, students have the opportunity to participate in university clubs like Formula UEM, Robotics Club, the Design Club, Air Division, Computing, and New Technologies, just to name a few. All of these clubs are 100% comprised of students with the support and guidance of our highly qualified teaching staff. Within this Faculty of STEAM, you can study the following English-taught degrees. Let's first delve into our bachelor's degree in fundamentals of architecture. As I previously mentioned, the Universidad Europea is the first university in Europe to obtain the NAAB and the RIBA, the RIBA international accreditations, which will make it easier for you to practice your profession outside of the EU within the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. You will utilize innovative technologies of BIM methodology, digital manufacturing, and virtual reality, integrating them into your daily life. And you will work in innovative laboratories such as the Fab Lab, the digital design workshops, our BIM classroom, or the rendering farm. Regarding our bachelor's degree in aerospace engineering, you will learn how to design and manage aircraft manufacturing projects, calculate orbits, use avionics hardware and software, ensure air safety, control satellite missions, and monitor aeronautical systems. Students will have access to all of our state-of-the-art installations within the Faculty of STEAM. For example, our wind tunnel with the aim of improving the curvature of an airplane's wing to produce greater lift. In addition to the aforementioned aircraft manufacturing companies that I mentioned in the intro slide of this faculty, we also have an internship agreement with AENA, A-E-N-A, the public organization that manages Spanish airports. Now, let's take a quick look at our bachelor's degree in industrial systems engineering. Starting from the fundamentals of basic science, like chemistry, physics, mathematics, you will acquire mechanical knowledge such as resistance of materials, machine design, and manufacturing, which will allow you to participate in the manufacturing of any mechanical product from the simplest to the most complex and delicate systems you can possibly imagine. As far as computer engineering is concerned, please note that 100% of our students secure employment within the first 6 months of finishing their studies here at the Universidad Europea. During your degree in computer engineering, you will have access to train in facilities such as the network laboratories, the XR lab, augmented reality, the robotics and electronic laboratory, the tech factory, and even the simulated hospital. You will also train using Vanguard programs like IBM Azure, Google Cloud, and Office 365 solutions. The Universidad Europea also has its own cloud where you can access these state-of-the-art programs outside of our campus from the comfort of your own home. The last engineering degree we will cover this evening is our bachelor's degree in civil engineering. For those who aspire to transform our natural and urban settings, constructing bridges, tunnels, highways, high-speed rail systems, improving renewable energy, public transportation, etc. We pride ourselves for being the first university in Spain to have a BIM classroom where you can carry out complete projects using this methodology. In addition, you will experiment in geology, hydraulics, materials and soil mechanics, and laboratories, and within the Fab Lab, you can also build your own prototypes. To conclude our faculty of STEAM, now let's move on to our degree in physics. During the first 2 years, you'll study the basic principles of this field, and once you're ready, you can choose to specialize in one of the 3 subjects. The first being computing and data analysis, which focuses on quantum technology as well as many other innovative subjects. The second would be materials, in which you'll put into practice your tissue physics or nanotechnology subjects within our state-of-the-art materials laboratory. Or electronics, the most traditional and versatile branch of applied physics. Within this track, you'll learn how electronic instrumentation works in practice. Students, if you enjoy building, constructing, planning, drawing, giving form to objects, and transforming the world around us, the Faculty of STEAM may be right up your alley. That will conclude the presentation of our degrees in STEAM. Next, we will move on to our Faculty of Social Sciences and Communication, so please enjoy this short video that paints a picture of this faculty. Students attending this evening, at this point we've covered our faculties of biomedical and health sciences as well as STEAM. Of course, if you have any questions about these, we will have our dedicated enrollment advisors that will get in contact with you tomorrow, send you your electronic brochure, and we will assign you your very own enrollment advisor that will lead you through the admissions process and answer any questions you may have. But now let's take a look at our Faculty of Social Sciences and Communication for our future business partners, entrepreneurs, diplomats, and audiovisual professionals. I would like to start by pointing out that the Universidad Europea is the first Spanish university to receive the prestigious ACBSP accreditation for our bachelor's degree in business administration and our bachelor's degree in marketing, which recognizes the quality of our training programs. Fortunately, we boast more than 100 partnerships with companies, institutions, law firms, and NGOs worldwide, like RTVE, Mediaset, Atresmedia, Prisa, Telemadrid, Vocento, Repsol, Zeppelin, Google, among many others. We have also forged relationships and signed agreements with leading international universities, such as the London School of Economics and the University of California, Berkeley. Students can put their knowledge into practice thanks to our professional laboratories, including our television set and green screen, our financial hub, consulting lab, international negotiations lab, and our legal clinic, which is essentially a simulated courtroom. Within this faculty, you can study the following degrees completely in English. Within our Global Bachelor's degree in International Business, you will learn how to identify and use the key levers that facilitate business success in an international environment. My favorite aspect of this degree is that students are required, yes, required, to study abroad in both their third and fourth years, being able to choose from more than 100 destinations thanks to the agreements with the best universities across Europe, North America, and Asia. In your fourth year, you will study in exclusive destinations such as McGill University in Canada or the University of California, Berkeley in the United States of America. Students studying our bachelor's degree in business administration will employ a methodology that places the student and his or her passions and talents right at the forefront. First, you will learn about the realities of business, attend conferences and seminaries, and visit companies, and also carry out workshops. Then, you will work in virtual simulation environments, and after acquiring the knowledge and skills you need to succeed, you will work on real projects for companies guided by a professor in our professional consulting laboratory. You may be wondering, what is the difference between international business and business administration? Of course, both degrees will provide you a deep understanding of the various procedures and departments of any healthy business. For example, management, finance, communication, marketing, accounting, strategy. You will also have an emphasis on developing your emotional intelligence, public speaking skills, and active listening. However, international business provides a more emphasis on legal components and the macroeconomic environment, while business administration tends to focus more on microeconomic matters. Now let's take a quick look at our bachelor's degree in business analytics, in which students will acquire the analytical and management skills needed to succeed in the various departments of any business. This four-year degree is designed to provide essential training in mathematics, business intelligence, statistics, and programming so that students can develop a broad understanding of the sector and recognize the potential impact that big data can have on the business market. Our bachelor's degree in economics, however, prepares you to be an economist of the future with a fast-paced international environment. You will develop analysis and synthesis abilities, learning to use the latest technology and innovation. In order to truly understand the aforementioned disciplines, international business, business administration, and business analytics, we truly need professional training in economics, and it serves as the base and foundation for the global economy. Now, we will now depart the world of business and economics and move into our global bachelor's degree in international relations, which is also proudly offered from our campus in Valencia. By studying this degree, you will become an expert in diplomacy and gain a firm understanding of how sovereign states, NGOs, interest groups, banks, and other international entities communicate with one another, all from an international, political, economic, social, and legal perspective. If you envision yourself participating in internships within the United Nations, the European Union, or collaborating on a Spanish diplomatic mission abroad, perhaps our global bachelor's degree in international relations is for you. As we conclude the presentations of this specific faculty, let's now take a look at the world of communication. Our bachelor's degree in advertising trains professionals to understand the mindset and demands of the consumer and to create a strategic plan to penetrate any type of global market. But let's not forget about the importance of creativity and imagination required within this field. Students will learn how to apply their creativity to make their target market or clientele fall in love with the product. Psychology of the consumer, market research, and event planning are just a few of the innovative subjects within this degree in advertising. Finally, let's discuss our bachelor's degree in media studies. This degree aims to train future professionals to work on diverse audiovisual products on any platform in any medium: cinema, television, radio, video games. The curriculum includes subjects such as motion graphics, infographics, data processing, transmedia narrative, app design, gamification, and entertainment formats. If you envision yourself on the big TV screen or working behind the camera, I suggest you research in detail this degree. Now, please enjoy this short video that paints a picture of our Faculty of Sports Sciences. We will conclude the presentation of our bachelor's degrees taught 100% in English at the Universidad Europea with our Faculty of Sports Sciences. Interestingly, this faculty is considered one of the best in Spain to study sports sciences and physical therapy degrees, according to the newspaper El Mundo, as well as to the prestigious Shanghai ranking. Also, the Edu Universal ranking places our MBA in sports management within the top 50 worldwide. We boast 30,000 square meters of state-of-the-art sports facilities, including our semi-Olympic-sized swimming pools, our tennis and paddle courts, rock climbing wall, beach volleyball court, track and football field, our fitness room, human performance research lab. The list goes on and on. We are also proud partners of Real Madrid, thanks to our Escuela Universitaria Real Madrid Universidad Europea, which provides our students with the opportunity to specialize in a specific area of the sports sector, thanks to our wide portfolio of master's degrees taught from our campus in Alcobendas, up in the north. In this faculty, you can study the following degrees offered 100% in English. Our bachelor's degree in physiotherapy is the only degree in Spain accredited by the World Confederation for Physical Therapy. You will train in a safe, 100% real environment where you will confront many simulated clinical cases, interacting with other health students such as medicine, nursing, and pharmacy. From their very first year, students will also study within our structure and function laboratories, filled with anatomical models and virtual reality glasses, as well as I mentioned earlier, our human performance research lab. Kindly note, you can also embark on a double bachelor's degree in physiotherapy and physical activity and sports sciences, which is a 5.5-year course. Our physical therapy degree is 4 years. Our bachelor's degree in sports management, however, is geared toward that student that loves the world of sports, but doesn't envision him or herself playing or training professionally. Studying this degree, we want you to have the profile that managers in the sport industry are looking for: a high-quality university education, a broad business vision, versatility, and an international vision. If you see yourself creating your own brand, overseeing the construction of sports facilities, specializing in sports publicity or journalism, perhaps this degree is for you. On the other hand, our bachelor's degree in physical activity and sports sciences aims to prepare students to become leading professionals within the world of fitness and health. The first 2 years, students will choose a total of 8 sports to study and practice. For example, basketball, soccer, handball, golf, cycling, swimming and aquatic activities, and volleyball. Then, in their final 2 years, students will specialize in training with 2 additional sports: soccer 2 and 3, and basketball 2 and 3. Like the other degrees within this faculty, physical activity and sports science entails a 4-year curriculum. However, as I mentioned previously, you also have the option of doing a double degree, combining this with physical therapy in 5.5 years. We will now move on to our admissions process, scholarship programs, living in Spain, and finally our Q&A session. But prior to that, please enjoy this short video that paints an overall picture of our campus here in Villaviciosa de Odón. I would now like to touch upon the admissions process. First, I would like to mention that the application window for this upcoming 2023-2024 academic year is currently open, and we encourage you all to participate. The first step will be to establish contact with one of our dedicated enrollment advisors, who will be your main point of contact throughout the admissions process up until you register for classes. We will assign you an advisor that is a true expert in the degree of your choice, answering any questions you may have and providing you and your family a campus tour of our state-of-the-art installations. Now, your advisor will give you access to your pre-student portal and send you your online admissions tests, which consist of a relevant of your degree, a professional skills and abilities test, which will evaluate, for example, how you work in group settings, how you make decisions, what your level of empathy is like, what your self-motivation is looking like, etc. Secondly, all students will need to complete a written interview comprised of 5 questions in which you will need to respond as honestly and detailed as possible. Lastly, all students, regardless of any previous official language certificates they may have, will need to take a Spanish level exam and an English level exam. These are 50 minutes in duration and contain a grammar, listening, and reading section. Kindly note that if your maternal language is either Spanish or English, you will not need to take that specific test. Upon completing your online admissions tests, our selection committee will evaluate your results and within about 48 hours, relay your admission status to your advisor, who will be in touch with you as soon as possible. Now, if admitted and the Universidad Europea is the right fit for you, your next step will be to reserve your place within your pre-student portal. This will guarantee your spot within your bachelor's degree, allow you to proceed forward with your registration process, permit you to apply for scholarships, and of course, provide you that peace of mind knowing you are officially off to university in the fall of 2023. There are a limited number of spaces per degree, so again, it is my recommendation to avoid waiting until the last minute. As mentioned, the Universidad Europea de Madrid does offer a competitive scholarship program that provides financial aid to our students of high academic and athletic performance. Kindly note that within our webpage, you will find numerous scholarships. However, I would like to highlight the 2 that are applicable to our international students. The first is the Beca de Excelencia, or the Scholarship of Excellence, which is awarded to those students of high academic standing whose annual household income does not surpass 100,000 euros a year. This scholarship covers 3,000 euros of your tuition annually, and do note that you can apply for this scholarship between March 16th and July 16th, 2023, only if your reservation fee has been paid. You will submit your final high school grades through our scholarship online portal, and do note that any applications submitted after July 16th will not be considered. The second scholarship I would like to highlight is the Plan Compite, or the Plan Compete. This is granted to those incoming scholar athletes of particularly high athletic performance and standing. These candidates must accredit their athletic standing within the last year through the Ministry or Federation of Sports within your home country. This scholarship will cover 30% of your tuition annually, excluding the reservation fee and file opening fee, and students can apply for this scholarship starting April 1st of 2023. You may be wondering, can I apply for both? Yes, you can apply for both scholarships, and if granted both, the student will receive the one that is most financially beneficial. Lastly, I would like to point out that for all incoming students for our 2023-2024 academic year, we do have an early enrollment discount of 50% in the reservation fee this month of December. This discount applies to all of the aforementioned degrees with the exception of dentistry, psychology, and physiotherapy. I would now like to touch briefly upon the experience of living in Madrid, particularly for those interested students that will be relocating from another country. As I mentioned in the beginning, I am a foreigner myself. I'm originally from the United States, from Memphis, Tennessee, and I've had the fortune of calling Madrid home for the past 7 years. Now, Madrid is Spain's main cultural and business hub, abundant in world-class museums like the Prado, the Reina Sofia, and the Thyssen, sports venues, awe-inspiring architecture and monuments, parks and green spaces, and houses the headquarters of countless multinational companies, institutions, and hospitals. Madrid is an extremely welcoming city and boasts a street life, vibrancy, hospitality, and overall quality of life comparable to none. Located in the geographic center of the nation, Madrid is well connected by air and rail to all major corners of Spain and other major European cities. Thanks to our high-speed train system, we are just about 2.5 hours from Barcelona, Valencia, Sevilla, and Malaga, and just about 6 hours driving from Portugal's 2 major cities, Lisbon and Porto. Not to mention, the day trip excursions from Madrid are endless. For those nature enthusiasts, Madrid is just a 45-minute drive from the Sierra de Guadarrama, a mountain range that bisects the Iberian Peninsula. And for those history buffs out there, we're just about an hour's drive away from the medieval towns of Toledo, Segovia, and Avila. Madrid has a mild, dry, and pleasant climate year-round, although it's quite chilly from December to February, and hot, and I mean hot, in the months of July and August. As far as living situations are concerned, we fortunately offer 2 on-campus student dormitories that are managed by a company called Xior, that's Xior. Additionally, there are ample student residences within the town of Villaviciosa de Odón, just a few minutes from campus by bus. However, for those of you wishing to live in the middle of the hustle and bustle, right in the heart of downtown Madrid, the campus is also well connected by public transport. The commute from Madrid's Príncipe Pío station to our campus takes approximately 30 minutes, and aside from public transportation, our university provides our own transportation with buses departing from Moncloa 6 times a day. Regarding health insurance, there are various options at your disposal. However, according to their prices, coverage, and overall quality of doctors and healthcare staff, we would recommend Nueva Mutua Sanitaria, whose contact information you will find there on the screen. Lastly, regarding your student visa, we will provide you the documentation needed to file for your visa through the Spanish embassy or consulate within your home country, once you have confirmed your place and paid your reservation fee for the upcoming academic year. We hope you enjoy this short video about our university clubs and extracurricular activities prior to opening the floor for questions and answers.
La vida universitaria te está esperando. Sabes que cuentas con más de 25 clubes donde puedes desarrollar todas tus habilidades y además conocer personas con tu misma afición.
¿Te gusta diseñar y construir objetos? Te invito a que te unas a los clubes de Fórmula, Robótica, Informática, Ciencias, Física, Game Studio o Air Division. Además, estos equipos participan en competiciones a nivel nacional e internacional, representando a nuestra universidad.
Tal vez te interesen actividades más culturales, así que puedes apuntarte al club de cine, al de teatro o al de fotografía.
Seguro que tienes el talento necesario.
También tenemos clubes para quienes quieran divertirse con juegos o deporte, como el club de eSport, el entrenamiento, club de rol o ajedrez. Jaque mate.
¿Eres trotamundos? Entonces tus clubes son o Relaciones Internacionales o Modelos de Naciones Unidas, que van a encuentros internacionales y nacionales. De hecho, este año fueron a París y a Dubái para representarnos.
En cambio, si lo tuyo es medicina, odontología, fisioterapia, psicología, biotecnología o ingeniería biomédica, contamos con agrupaciones para titulaciones específicas.
Estás a la última en todo, entonces no puedes perderte clubes como Pride
O podcast.
Y si aún así no encuentras un club que te interese, puedes crear uno nuevo.
Students, families attending this evening, we will now open the floor for Q&A. Within the live chat, you are free to ask us any questions you may have about each degree, the admissions process, our campus, living in Spain, etc. My colleagues or myself will answer each in order of reception. We are happy to answer any and all questions now, but please note that tomorrow we will get in contact with you over email to send you the electronic brochure of your degree with the tuition fees, and we will assign you your very own dedicated enrollment advisor. So I'm looking here at my phone to see which questions have come in through the live chat. I understand that many of these questions have already been answered within the live chat, but I would like to reiterate them. This was a question for my colleague, Dana. And this is from Dana Gedan. She was wondering where she could find the specific grade requirements and was also wondering when she would be able to take Spanish classes since she knows that she needs those Spanish classes by the 4th year. And of course, my colleague has answered that within the live chat, but that does bring up a great point. Students, I understand that many of you probably do not feel comfortable with your Spanish speaking skills. Of course, you don't need to speak Spanish to start studying a degree here offered 100% in English at the Universidad Europea. But fortunately, we do have wonderful language teachers that are here at your disposal if you would like to schedule weekly Spanish classes. We also have classes in English as well for you to hone your skills. Because for some of the degrees, when you are going to start your curricular internship, it is a requirement to have a minimum of a B2 level of Spanish in order to start your internship here in Spain, as you will be working with Spanish-speaking patients or Spanish-speaking partners. So great question, thank you. This was another question for Diego. I'm interested in business analytics in the English program or another IT program. Which IT program do you have? I want to transfer from my university. 3 courses from another country. Can you answer my questions? Exams for transferring, list of exams, certificate for English language, IELTS or internal exam. How can I start the admission process? And of course, I think that Diego has answered that within the live chat. And again, I know I've said it before, but we will send you the electronic brochure and put you in contact with a dedicated enrollment advisor who is 100% fluent in English to answer any and all questions. So this is a question from Laura Field. This is a question for my colleague Diego. Laura would like to know if it is necessary to have any certification in Spanish to study business administration, even if it is in English, and how to start the admission process. So Laura, I believe that Diego has answered that within the live chat. we do not require that you have a specific level of Spanish in order to start a degree 100% in English. And of course, you can start the admissions process now. So we will assign you your very own dedicated enrollment advisor. Your advisor will ask you to complete the registration form. He or she will also ask for a photocopy of your ID, of your national ID, your passport. And upon receiving that documentation, your advisor will send you your online admissions tests. I do suggest that you take those at your nearest convenience, which will then be sent to our selection committee, comprised of about 3 to 4 professors within the degree of your choice. They will evaluate those results and relay the admission status to your enrollment advisor within about 48 hours. And of course, if you are admitted, you can go ahead and secure your place for this upcoming 2023-2024 academic year. We have a question from Joris. This is for my colleague Dana. I'm interested in dentistry and I'm wondering when it would be possible, date, to enroll or start admission for dentistry in 2023-2024. And the answer is now. Of course, there is a special enrollment process for our degrees in dentistry and physical therapy, which one of our enrollment advisors would be happy to explain. We have another question. If I completed my high school in the Netherlands, do I need to apply via the eval or via a foreign high school qualification in a higher education area? So the students that will need to take the eval are students coming from the Spanish high school system. If you have studied within a country within the EEES, within the European Union, like the Netherlands, for example, you will need to homologate, validate your high school diploma through the Spanish Ministry of Education, Sports, and Culture, okay? So you will not need to take the Spanish selectivity, which is the eval, the EVAU. That is only for students coming from the Spanish high school system. So we have another question for Dana. This is from Lena. What are the grade requirements for dentistry? What are the grade requirements for dentistry? And that was for my colleague, Dana. This is a question for my colleague, Diego, from Sonia Murillo. Good afternoon. My son wants to study international business. Is there a possibility to do 1 semester abroad? Thank you. How can we start the application and get the tuition information? Yes, students, it doesn't matter which degree you study. We really encourage that you study abroad. We have signed agreements with well over 100 universities worldwide for you to have that international experience, living, studying abroad, meeting people from all around the world. I think that it would be a shame to not take advantage of those agreements that we have forged with prestigious universities worldwide. I myself studied abroad here in Spain. I'm originally from the United States, and it was an incredibly enriching experience. In fact, I would not be here today living, working here in Spain without that experience. So I highly recommend it. And this is a question from Joseph Emilio Aguinaldo Abaya. Joseph has said, Mr. Palmer, myself, you can call me Alan, mentioned that the double degree in physiotherapy and sports science for a period of 5.5 years. I assumed it will be in English. Yes. So again, our degree in physiotherapy is offered 100% in English, and our degree in physical activity and sports science is offered 100% in English. However, combining those two together, at this moment, it cannot be done 100% in English. And again, one of our enrollment advisors would be happy to clarify that when they get in touch with you tomorrow. Great question, though. Thank you. And this is a question from Kevin Chaubanu. Are those scholarships mentioned available to UK students? The 2 scholarships. And the answer is, for the 2 scholarships, the Scholarship of Excellence and the compete are for all national and international students. Sorry, it took me a second to read the question correctly. So yes, the answer is yes. They are applicable to both national Spanish students as well as international British students like yourself. This is a question from James Turney. Is the university open in the summer to visit? Of course, we are open all year, even in the month of August. There are several universities that do shut their doors in the month of August. We, however, do remain open in the month of August, and our working hours are from 9 o'clock until 3:25 p.m. in the afternoon. So we do have a little bit of a reduced, shortened schedule in the month of August. However, we are open Monday through Friday. And we have another question that has rolled in. What grades are required for computer engineering? So for our computer engineering, we do not require a cutoff grade, like we do, for example, physical physiotherapy or dentistry. So what you need to do is to obtain your high school degree, of course, depending whether you come from the Spanish system, if you come from within the EEES, within the European Union, or if you come from a high school program outside of the EEES within South America, North America, Asia, Africa, Oceania, you will need to accredit your high school degree either through the UNED, which is here in Europe, if you come from a European Union country, or through the Spanish Ministry of Education, if you come from without. So you need to accredit your high school degree, you need to pass high school, and you need to, of course, be admitted. So you need to take your admissions tests, your skills and abilities test, your language tests, as well as the written interview. And then once you are admitted, you will then reserve your place for the upcoming year. So to answer your question, there is not a cutoff grade for computer engineering. We now have a question for Diego. I want to study skills in business architecture. About some business modeling, what programs are good for me within business administration or business analytics? Thank you so much for your question. And we now have a question from Lena, who I believe asked a question a little while ago. Thank you for your question, Lena. So if you're from the United Kingdom and speak English from birth, you will not need to take the English exam. If your mother tongue is English, and yes, that is absolutely correct. I'm from the United States originally. My maternal language is English, yours as well, being from the United Kingdom. So you will not need to take that specific test. You will, however, need to take a Spanish level test, even if you're going to study your degree 100% in English. You will be relocating to Spain, and we just want to see where your Spanish level lies. If you have an A1 or an A2 level, do not worry. As I mentioned, we do have wonderful professors here on campus with whom you can arrange weekly Spanish classes in order to improve your skills. But Lena, just living in Spain, I'm sure that meeting people from all around the world and people from all around Spain within our university, I'm sure that through the course of the first couple years of your degree, you will be astonished with how quickly you advance with your Spanish skills. Perfect. So I would like to give you all a few more moments to send in those last-minute questions. Perfect. Wonderful. And I would like to ask our technician to go ahead and put on the screen the contact information. So there, students, you do have contact information of a few of our dedicated enrollment advisors, both their phones and emails, for you to get in contact with us. Again, tomorrow we will preemptively get in contact with you, send you the electronic brochure of the degree of your choice with the tuition fees. And you will be in excellent hands. Of course, these advisors are true experts in the degree of your choice. They can answer any questions you have about study abroad opportunities, internship opportunities, the coursework itself. And then, of course, with him or her, you can also arrange a guided tour of our state-of-the-art installations. Through our live chat as well, I believe that we are going to send over the QR code. This is a great new tool that we rolled out this past year. You can take a picture of the QR code, and take a virtual tour of each of the state-of-the-art installations. Of course, it's not the same than seeing it up close and personal in real life, but if you really want to enter into our simulated hospital or enter into the wind tunnel, for example, you can enter and take a 360 panoramic view of each of those installations. And of course, we're so happy to welcome you to our campus virtually this evening, but we would love to welcome you to our campus here in person for you to see up close all of our installations and state-of-the-art facilities and classrooms. So let me take a look here to see if any other questions have rolled in through the live chat. Perfect. Okay, so that will conclude the Q&A session for our open house event this evening. Thank you, students, for your questions, and thank you to our professors and colleagues for your detailed answers. Now, students attending this evening, choosing a degree and a university is without doubt one of the most difficult decisions a young person has to make. Therefore, it is my recommendation and sincere wish that you research in wide detail a wide range of universities to study their four-year curriculum, evaluate the professors and on-campus installations, that you take into account the internship offerings, and explore the various extracurricular activities at hand. Because those of us that are a bit older than you can agree that your university years from 18 to 22 or 23 years old is perhaps one of the most exciting chapters in a person's life. So, if you do envision yourself studying through project-based learning, gaining experience in a professional setting, participating in clubs and sports teams, we have over 25 by the way, and cultivating lifelong friendships with classmates from all around the world, perhaps the Universidad Europea de Madrid is the right fit for you. Fortunately, you do have an amazing opportunity to see our campus up close and personal on Saturday, January 21st in our next in-person open house event. You will have the opportunity to explore our installations and have your questions answered by our dedicated professors and enrollment advisors. On behalf of the Universidad Europea de Madrid, thank you so much for connecting with us this evening. Thank you to my team within the admissions department, specifically David, Estefi, Dana, Jose, and Diego, as well as to the technicians and the production team for making this event a reality. And of course, a very special thank you to all interested students and families for your participation in the last open house event of 2022. Classes will start in September of 2023, and we do hope to see you all around campus. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Good evening, and from the entire Universidad Europea family, we wish you happy holidays.